What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Adrian and I'm back with another video. And in this video, we're gonna cover 5 tips to help you become a successful day trader in 2024. So I want you to go grab your pen, go grab your notebook. I want you to sit back, take some notes, lock in, because I'm gonna share some very valuable information that will help you become the most successful trader in 2024. But first, I want you to smash the like button. Show your boy some love and subscribe, only if you want to, of course, right? Now, without any further ado, let's dive into this thing. Tip number 1, you gotta figure out which market you wanna trade in. And what I mean simply is, do you wanna trade in the Forex market, the stock market, futures, options, crypto? Which market do you wanna trade in? You got to figure that out first and foremost. And the reason why I say that simply is because although each market require you to read a trading chart or technical analysis, they all operate in a different fashion in terms of the platform that you have to trade on, in terms of the availability of time that you have that you can trade with, right? For instance, with Forex, you can trade 24/5, right? 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, okay? Now, with stocks, you're limited from 9 till 5, right? 5 days a week. So you got to figure out, okay, am I working 9 to 5? Can I actually trade the stock market? Does that allow me to trade stock market? Or do I work, a 9 to 5 at night? Can I then trade the Forex market or the crypto market, right? You got to figure out which market it is that you can trade in that allows you to be profitable in the long run. Right? It doesn't make sense if you have a daytime job working 9 to 5 and you're trying to trade the stock market. Hey, maybe it's possible, right? Maybe you work from home remotely and you have the opportunity or the flexibility to look at the charts while you're working from home to day trade, right? In the stock market. The average person, though, does not have the flexibility to look at the charts during the day. For instance, if I was fresh, just starting out with trading, I'll look to see which market is more beneficial for me, right? With my schedule as well, in terms of if I'm working full-time during the day or during the night. If I am working full-time during the day, maybe the stock market may not be the best market for me to be in. Maybe Forex may be better because I have the option to trade 24 hours a day, right? So I would look at trading in the evening after I'm done work, or in the morning before I go to my 9 to 5 job, right? So you have to figure that out, which market to trade in. Tip number 2, treat day trading like a business. You want to treat day trading like a business because, hey, it really and truly is a business, because you are in the business of printing money when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to treat this like a side hustle. And the reason why I say this is because every time you treat something like a side hustle, it will always remain your side hustle. For instance, you want to pick up some extra income, you get a side hustle doing Uber Eats, you get a side hustle doing Instacart, or doing any type of food delivery or rideshare service. That will always be a side hustle. So with that mentality, knowing that that's extra income, if you try to carry that into trading, it'll always be a side hustle. You'll never fully master it. You want to master day trading, so you have to treat it like a business. It's almost like a brick and mortar business. Whoever opens up a brick and mortar business, they're not going to treat that brick and mortar business like a side hustle, like a part-time thing, like I'm just going to show up and hopefully it'll work out. No, they're going to take the time necessary to first do the research in the industry that they're in, right? They're going to make sure that the location that they select is ideal for foot traffic and for visibility. They're going to ensure that all the necessary marketing, all the necessary outreach necessary to bring in customers, to bring in clients will be beneficial for the business, right? So it's the same thing. Treat day trading like a business. So do all the necessary research that you need to do. You need to learn technical analysis, how to read the charts, how to identify an uptrend, a downtrend. What is consolidation? What is a pip? What is a quote currency? What is the base currency? You need to identify and learn all of these things. This is all basic stuff that you have to learn first. So treat it like a business. And in the long run, it'll pay you a lot more than a side hustle will ever be able to pay you. Tip number 3, you have to personally develop yourself. Work on personal development. It is super, super, super important to work on yourself, work on your mindset, work on your psychology, right? I actually alluded to this in one of my earlier videos where I mentioned that the hardest thing in day trading is mastering this. Everything else is easy. Learning how to read the charts, the uptrends, the downtrends, the trend lines, all of that stuff. That is super easy. The biggest challenge that you will face as a day trader is the person in the mirror, right? Who are you as a person? Are you someone who's indecisive, right? Are you someone who is very confident in a decision that they make? Are you someone who, squanders money? Are you someone who gambles a lot? Are you someone who has an addiction, whether good or bad, right? You have to learn to overcome any type of flaw that you may have that will prevent you from getting successful in trading, right? You have to learn you. You have to understand who the person in the mirror is looking back at you. What do they like? What do they dislike, right? What do you like? What do you dislike? You know what I'm saying? You have to understand who you are as a person. You got to read some books, look at some YouTube videos, right? Personally develop yourself. It's all about growth mindset in 2024. Tip number 4, have a trading plan. It is super important to have a trading plan. Why? Because your trading plan gives you the set of rules and policies that you as a successful day trader need to follow in order to reach your goals. So for instance, in the trading plan, it's going to have the hours of day that you're going to trade. It's going to have the sessions that you're going to trade. It's going to have the currency pairs that you're going to trade, okay? It's going to have your exit plan, your entry plan. It's going to have how you're going to approach the market. It's going to point out if you're going to focus on scalping or day trading or focus on swing trading. You have to have a trading plan. There's a saying that goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So have a trading plan, because that trading plan will help keep you accountable to your goals, right? Help keep you accountable to the rules that you set forth for yourself. Super important. Tip number 5. The 5th tip that's going to help you become a successful day trader in 2024 is simply to have a trading journal. A trading journal is like a log. It's where you keep all the trades that you've taken, whether it was a back test trade or a forward test trade or a live trade. You need to journal that. You need to journal where you entered, where you exit, the confluences for your entries, the confluences for your exit. You need to enter how many pips you acquired or how many percentage you gained on that trade. You need to, journal everything. The reason as well why you want to journal is because it gives you a snapshot as to where you're good at and where you're not good at. So that way you have the opportunity now to work on the weak points, so that way you can strengthen your overall game as a trader. You want to be well-rounded in trading. You don't want to be good at just one thing. And what I mean by that simply, you don't want to be good at just entering a trade. You want to be good at managing a trade. You want to be good at exiting a trade. You want to be good at, understanding and recognizing what your confluences are. You want to be good at, all right, I recognize and understand what my confluences are. Now let's make that entry or make that exit. You want to be well-rounded as a trader. So it's very important to have a trading journal. It's almost like your Bible, right? In your Bible, it's basically a set of rules on what to do and how to move forward. That trading journal will help you to move forward. So it's very important to keep a trading journal. All right? So that was 5 tips. But check this out. I got 2 bonus tips to help you elevate your game to become a successful day trader in 2024. Bonus tip number 1. Back test, back test, back test, back test, back test, back test. And the reason why I say this is because by back testing and even forward testing as well, it allows you to understand your entries and exit. Which entry and exit setups give you the most profitable outcome? Are you more better with, for instance, a break and retest on a 4-hour time frame or a break and retest on a 5-hour time frame? It depends on what type of trader you are. Are you better with, for instance, using EMAs and indicators and things of that nature? Or are you better with just using price action? You gotta backtest that to figure it out. Which instrument are you better with? Are you better with, for instance, on the Forex side of things? Are you better with gold? Are you better with GBP JPY? Are you better with GBP USD or USD CAD? You got to backtest that in order to figure it out. So it's super important to backtest. What backtesting is, I should say actually first off, is this. It's when you actually go back in the historical charts. So for instance, you're on TradingView, which is a trading platform that you use to, mark up all of your charts with a technical analysis, right? You go back in time using the replay bar, go back in time, and you want to figure out, using historical data, which setups is best for you, right? That's what you want to do. You need to figure that out. It's super important to backtest. Backtesting gives you somewhat of an edge in the market. It helps you to build your confidence when you're trading, right? So when you enter a trade, there's no uncertainty. There's more confidence when you enter a trade because you've actually backtested, however many months or many years with that instrument. That gives you, the confidence to place that trade, or the confidence to say, okay, I'm going to get to this point, I'm going to exit the trade, right? Very important to backtest. Bonus tip number 2. At some point in the game, you're going to have to go ghost mode. And what I mean by that simply is by shutting out the noise, turning off social media, the Instagrams, the TikToks, the YouTubes, the whatever else is out there, right? Snapchats and the Facebooks. Turn all of that off, because that is simply a distraction. If those things aren't making you money, turn it off. Simple as that, right? Turn that off. If your friends are calling you to say, hey, let's go out and party, it's Friday night, let's go out and party and blow all the money that we made this week. Ignore that. You gotta go ghost mode. You gotta lock yourself in a room somewhere in your house, wherever you live, and say, listen, for the next however many days, however many months, I'm gonna just focus on this. I'm gonna focus on this and this alone. You gotta say, hey, listen, I want this so bad. I want it badder than I wanna breathe. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad you gotta want this. And I'm not just saying it just to say it. I remember at times when I first started to learn how to day trade, I would spend 2-3 hours after work practicing, learning. This was like during the week. Then on the weekends, I would spend 5 to 8 hours a day on the weekend, learning, devoting myself to the craft so I can become a master of the craft. I'm not a master just yet, but that was my game plan, right? So it's very important to go ghost mode at some point in your journey. Do it this year. Go ghost mode so that way you can focus in on what you need to do, and that's to become the best you that you can be in this trading game. You want to be the most successful day trader in 2024, right? Listen, I just gave you some really valuable information, all right? I hope you actually grabbed your notepad, grabbed your pen, and took some notes, because those are some tips that's going to help you become a successful day trader in 2024. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, if you've lasted this long in the video, thank you so much for tuning in. All right, I want you to smash the like button. Subscribe, only if you want to, of course, right? Show your boy some love, you know what I'm saying? And really apply those things that I just shared with you. Very important. It's one thing to get the knowledge. It's the second thing to apply the knowledge. All right. Listen, as I always say, speak truth and speak life. Your boy is out. Yes, sir.